Bring me everyone.
What do you mean everyone?
Everyone! Yes. I don't get it.
Get away from her, you bitch!
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Man, always the day after Monday. Not even hump day yet. It's always pretty rough. Now, I'm complaining about work a little bit, but I'm back in the office. I've been work from home for like 3 months, and I was complaining about not having any social interaction. And now I'm back in the office, and now I wish I was home wearing stretchy pants all day. But nevertheless, we're here to talk about toys. I think I'll be joined by Victor tonight. I think he might be running a little late, but there's a bunch of stuff that came out, and we're going to talk about it. So first, just if you are watching, if you've got any pickups this week, let me know. But I like to start off the show by talking about any pickups we might have. So before we do that,
Behold, my stuff.
okay, so it's a pretty light week for pickups, which is good. I'm not complaining. Christmas is here, so I should be focusing on gifts. But I did get something in the mail, and I haven't really heard anybody talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. If you've been following the last few live streams, I've talked about these Batman Returns penguins. Now, I missed out on these. They went up for pre-order on nerdzoic.com, which was awesome. I love Big Nerdy. I've ordered from Nerdzoic a few times, but what I don't think anybody's talking about is, well, I'll rewind a little bit. So this is what I would call a hostage pack. Okay. There's something in here that you want other than the penguins. So you are held hostage to get these. It's an army builder. So, of course, you're going to want multiple of these. But you also don't want multiple of these because it comes with something that once you have one, you don't need more. So this comes with the penguin's jacket that goes to the penguin with the duck. So it's already a hostage pack. Big Nerdy put this up for pre-order, which was awesome, but you can only get it if you got a secret bundle of 2 other figures. So not sure why he did that. I think he probably just wanted to unload some figures, but because of that, I've gotten 2 Batman figures that I did not want. So Batman 1 million, nothing. Does nothing for me. So that'll be going straight to the eBays. Probably not worth anything. And then let's see. We have Batman Incorporated. It's a cool Batman. Not one that I'd want. It comes with some cool accessories. But so to get those penguins, that's not the penguin. To get those penguins, I had to get these 2 secret mystery figures. So not cool, but I paid for them. I did have the Beast Kingdom penguins on pre-order, and I canceled them because I didn't want to pay secondary market for the penguins. And I ended up probably spending secondary prices for the penguin just to get these 2 random figures. So if I can make a little money back off these, I will. So anywho, there's a lot of toy news that I do want to talk about. So we'll probably get into it. But something else that I picked up, I'm a big fan of these Plunderling characters. I have a million of them. This is a new line from Lone Coconut, the Plunder Beaks. So pretty excited about the Plunder Beaks. So anyway, Oh, let me focus on. I never sent Victor the link. That's why he's not on the show. So I gotta go send him this link now. That would explain it. And I didn't see the chat. That's the first time this happened. So I'm going to invite Victor. Sorry about that. My bad. This whole time, I'm wondering where the heck is Victor? And now I know. Now I know. Victor, that is coming to you. Sorry about that. He's going to yell at me when he comes on. Whoopsie. And that is heading your way, sir. My bad. In the meantime, let me catch up on the chat. He was probably messaging me on Facebook, which I didn't see. Where's my link to join? My bad. WWE Ultimate Eddie Guerrero G.I. Joe Classified Quick Kick. Randomly yelling out a few things. Cool. Let Victor in or we riot. I have no way to get it. I am sorry.
Oh yeah. So I thought it would be easy just to go to my email and get it. And when you, I was like, okay, I've tried everywhere.
I prepared everything else, and I'm like, okay, we're all set. And then, like minutes in, I'm like, where the heck is this guy? And I'll be honest. You heard me rant about working now, going to work. No.
We're getting a delay. Do you hear it?
No, I don't.
Oh, hold on. Never mind. It's me because I had your show on. So I just had to turn it off. So I had our show on. Yeah. I think we're all good now. I truly was searching, trying to get a hold of you. And then I went, he's in there and I can't get a hold of him. So, hey, those are great looking birds. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, okay. Before I was ranting of how now I have to go into the office. So I went from an 8-minute commute, which was amazing. Now my commute's about 32 minutes. So I was trying to get the show together yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I had the whole slideshow made yesterday, which I felt good because I felt proactive, with the exception of a few things. And the one thing I forgot to do was invite you. So I'm sorry.
That's okay. I heard about that. He was complaining all day, folks, about his commute. Mine's 45, so I have very little sympathy.
He said, yo, we're going to be late.
All right. But you just can go through all of my trying to get your attention.
It's really not fun talking to yourself, but, you know, I have
well,
to do
let's
it.
see. We have Anthony.
Oh, those were his
Oh,
pickups.
wait. Plunderlings is in there.
Oh, those are some nice looking birds. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Actually, they are cool looking.
They're awesome. And what's even cooler is that these were not a Kickstarter like the last few releases were. The Plunderlings, the Plunder Strongs, the Plunder Longs, all Kickstarters. This was made to order. So I think I'm going to get these soon. I don't know if I'll get them before the new year, but I ordered
Who
two.
makes these again?
It's a independent company called Lone Coconut. And I think the guy, the owner, Ricky, is from Dominican Republic, but I think he lives stateside now. I want to say he's somewhere in like the tri-state area, but like New York, New Jersey. I could be wrong about that, but he seems like a cool guy. I think me and my brother got to talk to him at a con once, so really cool. But they've been teasing new characters to the lore over the last like couple of years. There's a few things.
Tell me that. Does it have any lore? Like, is there a storyline? Like, I look at this and I'm like, why are you emotionally connected to it at all? I mean, you might like cool figures, but I always got to be connected to something. That's just how I work. But what is it that they have?
I like the Plunderlings because
I know. I remember you like those.
They're just fun in the way that like because there is no like big story about them, right? There's nothing connected. Like you can just collect them at will. They're all the same buck, but they're all different colors. So it's just kind of a cool line to collect. The box is very like nostalgic to Boglins. So it's very reminiscent of that kind of like toy experience. Like the box, they come in a crate. And it's just something different. So I know like you won't see these in a lot of collectors' shelves unless they are a Plunderling fan. But most, I would say, run-of-the-mill collections will not have plunderlings in them. So they do have a pretty loyal fan base. Plunderlings 1 and 2, I think they do. They might be excited for it. But the other cool thing is these are starting to sell at comic stores. So I think they're starting to partner with local comic stores. So if there's things I'm missing, the big store that we have, Acme, I've like now there's a whole section dedicated to them, which is cool because like I needed some accessory packs, some other things, and they had it. But yeah, really for a while it was the Plunderlings, which are the main line characters. I got this one. Let's see. I don't want to knock them all down. But this guy,
I think more toy companies should work directly with comic stores, so that'd be great because having new action figures are even hard to get. They need more of that. So I do remember when you started collecting Plunderlings. What's that one?
What I also love that they do is that each Plunderling comes with 3 heads.
Oh yeah.
And they sell these little bodies that it's just the body with no head. And you can take those extra heads and put them on these they're called Plunder hatchling. These are called hatchlings. So now you don't have to have all these like extra accessories just sitting in a box somewhere rotting. So
okay. Just get some more bodies.
All right, we got a bunch of people in the chat. If anyone that's watching, if you can go ahead and hit like, I'd really appreciate it. So did you pick up anything this week or no?
I did, but so finally, I wish I'd sent you the picture, but we've talked about it before, but it finally happened. Finally happened on Mattel Creations. They went ahead and put on Masters of the Universe Origins Drag Store. So the character Drag Store, which is still a ripcord speeding character from the original line in the 80s. They finally came out with him. Now, it came out as a club exclusive for 24 hours, and I'm not joining any clubs. So right when that was done, I went ahead and got in, and I was able to buy one. So it should probably be coming any day now. So I did get that, and I do have a G.I. Joe coming my way.
Is Drag Store a good guy or a bad guy?
Nope, he was part of the evil horde. Yep, he's kind of a cyborg, once human guy, and he has a wheel built into his chest. And when you pull the ripcord and lay him down, you put his arms out and he flies and, bowls people over.
Does the new one do that?
Yeah, surprisingly, because that's a good point. So many new figures don't come with the original gimmick or the action feature, but he does. He comes with a ripcord and totally works the same way. So he's a whole new buck. He doesn't mirror anyone else's. So, and maybe that's why it took so long. I don't know, but I'm glad I got it.
It's crazy that they're still adding to those, that there's figures that they have not gotten there yet, and they're still going.
Been forever. But then you look at these and go, hey, new lines try and come out. I do think they need to get with comic book stores and get these things out there for people to discover.
Yeah, I know. I think they've done pretty. I think if they just drop this line not at a Kickstarter, I hope that's evident of that they're being successful. The one thing I will say, I always get nervous. A lot of the other figures are on sale after a while. I hope that's not indicative to how good or bad the line's doing. But they did drop the prices to these. A standard Plunderling used to be $39.99. These were $29.99.
Well, the drop might be because they're able to now. But I'm looking here. I always look at bucks like all their legs and feet are the same, just repainted. I'm trying to look at the
almost
they share a little.
Each one has different shoes, different headpieces. The headpieces are also magnetic, which is cool.
Well, the shoes on these look identical. The ones you can see, they're just painted different.
You can mix and match their heads.
Their heads and their torsos are different. Yeah,
pretty cool. So, other than that, there's a lot of toy news. There's a lot of toy news you're probably not familiar with, so we can breeze past that.
No, let's go buy it because either I've probably heard of it. I don't always have a lot of desire. I look and see what's there, but I also have a great opinion about it. So go ahead.
Well, so
all right,
not what I collect anymore, but if I do collect Star Wars, it is 3 3/4. 3 3/4. So none of this really appeals to me. But it is cool stuff. Snow Trooper is my favorite trooper.
Me too. Absolutely. Next would be a biker, but I love Snow Trooper. They were my favorite.
Yeah, I like Scout Troopers. Scout Troopers are cool too.
I like the vintage collection though. I really do. I was real big on picking one portion of the entire original trilogy, and I've shown you I only get Jabba's palace. So that is all I collect in Star Wars. Vintage collection is Jabba the Hutt, Jabba's palace. The scene, I've got Leia and Bausch. I've got, Prisoner, Chewbacca. So I just collect that. So I just picked one moment because I'm not going to be I'm not going to go all over the place waiting till I'm dead to collect them all. So
Weird. 3 trilogy characters and 1 Attack of the Clones character.
it was strange. I looked going, maybe you like Foggle. No, I mean Poggle the Lesser.
I have him. He's the leader of the Geonosians. The figure I have from 2002 is completely perfect to me. Like, I don't need an update of that. This Greedo, though, caused a bit of stir because this was part of the Cantina HasLab, and only a couple of years later, and it's back.
Well, but when hasn't that happened? I mean, is everyone that stupid not to know they're going to do that?
Once they released the sisters, what are they called? The Tigers, the Tila sisters. They never made those, so I don't have those in my collection. If they were to release those again, I would 100% buy them. Like I think most people will, because I didn't need the Cantina, but I would like to have those 2 characters. So,
and again, I really thought, should I do the Cantina as well? And I said, no, I'm just keeping Jabba's Palace. So although I'm really happy they finally make those sisters, there's some human characters they made in Jabba's Palace that they didn't make as a kid. So that's why I kind of like the vintage to really plus up the whole experience with all those other, characters in the palace. So same thing with the Cantina. But I know you don't like the Cantina, but you'd take them because they were never made before, right?
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think Power of the Force 2 pretty much covered most of the Cantina characters, with the exception of those sisters. Maybe a few creatures here and there, but I think most of the characters. And
but correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that the line that they're kind of in a pose already, right?
No, Power of the Force 2, when it first started, was pretty much just up and down. They didn't start coming in pre-pose positions until, I would say, until the Attack of the Clones time period. So not until like 2000. But Power of the Force 2 probably started in like 95, 96. And they were pretty standard, just straight up and down 5 POA.
Got it. They still had a certain look, like I think of Leia, ugly Leia, but she had her legs, one was bent. So there was a little bit more. They had an action look. They weren't straight up and down.
Yeah, when they first came out, though, they made them like super jacked, which was weird.
Super jacked. They all, steroid users, right?
So this was
okay. So Deadpool Wolverine characters. I bet this is going to be liked by a lot.
Expensive day for me. I have not been buying a lot of movie figures because the movies have not been good. I do love Deadpool Wolverine. They only released 2 characters from the movie. They released a standard Deadpool and a Wolverine.
They get scared these days to put out action figures anymore because kids aren't buying them at all. So you got to go count on the adult collector.
But also the Marvel Legends collector base, I like both movie and comic. There are tribes of people that will only collect MCU and people that will only collect comic. The comics collectors hate the MCU figures because they think like, oh, if you're selling MCU figures, that's less comic figures you're going to sell. But it's like, the movies is the most current media, so that's what's going to bring people more into the line to buy.
They all need to get out of their basement.
I know. So I thought
I love the Wolverines. They're beautiful. Both of them look stunning.
Yeah, we'll get some looks at them, but we have Cassandra Nova, who's the villain, which that's always my biggest gripe with MCU figures. They don't release enough villains. I don't know. Did you see the movie?
No, I did see a lot of it.
She does this weird thing where she puts her.
Well, I can tell what's going on. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So it's weird that character, that head doesn't come with a body, but I have some suited bodies I can put it on. But that's cool that they're coming out with cool accessories. Wesley Snipes did make an appearance.
Yep, I knew that. No, I know pop culture enough to know. I've seen scenes. I know who was in it. I checked all the Easter eggs. How many? So I knew all that. But I've never seen any Deadpool movie.
No, I don't care about wrestling. I mean, I could start looking up wrestling stuff comes out like every 5 seconds, so it's really hard.
I wondered about that because at one point didn't you at some point in your life like wrestling characters like when you're young?
No, not really.
No, I never was into them at all, but I thought it was cool that they made them. That's great. They got from plain and simple to very ornate, but yes, you're right. They nonstop. That thing is an assembly line of production.
Yeah. And there's like 5 different lines going.
Right.
Now we have X-23.
X-23 looks phenomenal.
She made her appearance in the Logan.
Yeah, Logan. I remember that.
Wolverine. So Daphne Keene is her real name. So cool to get her on the shelf.
That face mold is fantastic.
Oh yeah, they did a great job there. Now they can make as many Deadpools because there was the Deadpool core. So there was Deadpools in all sorts of outfits. They got Cowboy Deadpool.
Apparently.
comes with a cool spinning gun effect. I think that's like they must. I think this was a good year for Marvel Legends, but they're actually trying to put effort in, right? Like if you're raising the price, at least they're putting a little more effort in. So that's cool. Like, yeah, all 6 of these figures I bought immediately. They released a Wolverine, but he had his sleeves on, which was inaccurate to the movie because you never see him put the cowl on until he rips the sleeves off.
Okay.
So that's a good redo of the figure that we needed. And then this brown and yellow suit was when Deadpool was traveling through the different dimensions, and he found this is like the scene where Wolverine fights Hulk, which was really cool. So
yeah. Now, what's going on with the face thing? Did you peel his face off?
I think that's supposed to be like unmasked, like hanging from his head, but it looks super weird. But they give you that, and then they give you the neck joint, which means you have to own a previous Logan that comes with the actual face sculpt to benefit from that, which I'll benefit from it, but some people won't.
What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna have to. I can't even imagine what you're saying.
Pick a line and stick with it.
No kidding.
So what was that? 6 figures, $175. Yeah. This guy was not released today, but a lot of these accessories are nods to the movie. He uses Wolverine's like skeleton to beat up a bunch of people. So nunchuck bones. He puts his claws on his hands. He comes with dead dog pool. I don't remember these Hulk gloves being in the movie, but those are pretty cool accessories. You can use those for anyone. And then the other figure did not come with golden desert eagles. And he does come with them. Granted, they look like crap. They're just gold molded.
They do look like plain plastic. So
they do not bother to paint them at all. So I imagine this figure, because of everything come with, I guarantee it's gonna be at least $50. They're gonna rake us over the coals with this one. Yeah,
I can imagine. You know, when you showed the cowboy one, I automatically thought of Shredder and all the costumes he gets.
This one makes sense. So now just more comic stuff. Right now, Marvel Legends is in a phase where they're releasing build-a-figures that people had to go out and buy multiple figures to build it.
To get a piece, right? And put it together. And now are they selling them as a whole?
Yeah. So we have Abomination here. I don't think they did much to change it. Maybe they did, but it looks like almost the same figure. Like it still has pins. This figure pissed a lot of people off, but I think it's called Grizzly Man. He comes with cool accessories, gold, bag of money. But all they did was take this figure and make a new head for him. So this is a different character. It's a different bear. This is like he has no.
Make yours look like that one with the arms. Like put them down all the way. And then put back that other picture because they looks.
Let's see. Make myself smaller. They literally took the same body. So people are pissed off, but I mean, Hasbro would never just make this and then never use it again. So
of course not. That's silly.
I would get him, but I don't know the character, but I do want the accessories. But for that, that's where
I just want to know the story of Grizzly Man because it seems like a riot.
Yeah, but he does come with like a full bear head, so maybe
I see that. So maybe he can turn into it or whatever. All right. Ghost Rider action.
Either Ghost Rider comes with a red motorcycle that is a repaint of a different motorcycle, but this is only really cool if you are a fan of like the vintage figure. They came out with like a retro one that had the all red motorcycle. Other companies have released it. It's cool. Don't need it.
It looks like they've made a head though. That's his human head turning flame on.
There's a bunch of comic stories where like you see his head like that, so it kind of makes sense. I like the flame effects.
I like the flame whip a lot.
And then you got this 2-pack, Shadowcat and Colossus, which is a very specific X-Men storyline, Astonishing X-Men. I want the Shadowcat. I have a Colossus. I don't need it. So for that, I'm going to keep passing up on Shadowcat. Well, I have a version of Shadowcat, so I don't need this at all. I don't feel bad.
Wait, is it the same Colossus you have?
Mine is slightly different, but I like the design that I have is the only design I want.
Okay.
And the Shadowcat I have is a different design and resonates with me more than this black and yellow one. So
Well, they'll probably come out with her alone.
I don't need it. And then this is one. It's a Punisher in a mech suit, which is kind of
Yeah.
cool. Comes with Frank Castle's head.
I like Frank Castle's head with the bandage. Yeah.
So I mean, in 1
Are
year,
those little sperms? What are they over there?
explosions, smoke effects, blast
Oh,
effects,
smoke. I was like, wonder what those little white ones were. I was like, what is that?
little sperms.
Yep.
But yeah, I passed on this. Actually, well, it didn't go on sale yet, but I'm going to pass on it.
I'm guessing it's a comic storyline. That,
Yeah, it is. And if I want to say it should be priced about the same as the snake armor for GI Joe.
which is how much?
I think it was like $80. However, you could
The
get a
snake armor.
The snake armor was like the mech suit for GI Joe.
Was that a current thing or?
I think it might have been from the I don't know if it was in the original show, but
No, but I mean, was it current? Was it in classified? Did they come out with
yeah,
snake armor?
it came out within this last year,
Okay.
and I passed on that. But that one, you were able to open the latch and put a whole figure in. I think this you could just put his head on.
Just the head, I'm sure. Okay.
So it'll probably be the same price, but you get to do less with it.
Yeah. See.
What does
I
this do?
love you 3000.
This is so stupid.
This is like what Valentine's extra. What is this? I know what I love you 3000 means, and it's got a rose, but the heart-shaped thing, that's a pass on most people.
You know, I am surprised Hasbro does all this stupid holiday stuff with Star Wars, and I guess people like it.
Do they? Wait, with Star Wars?
They do a bunch of like holiday crap with like Star Wars.
I have
like,
not. What have they done? I don't know any Star
they're
Wars.
like figures of like stormtroopers with like deer antlers on them, like all
good Lord. I must totally block it out when I see him because that's dumb. He's even got hearts on his medal above the power source. So yeah, this is silly.
What they were talking about, they're like, oh, this could be like a Valentine's Day gift for your partner.
Sure. Okay. They're not going to sell many.
Kill me. But yeah, this is kind of dumb. I'm sure there's going to be several. Maybe if there's some nerd couple out there, they'll buy it. But
they'll sell some, but it's not good. It's not worth it.
But pretty big reveal day for Marvel Legends.
I was going to say Marvel went haywire there.
Yeah, which I feel like like G.I. Joe's been quiet at the end of the year. Star Wars has been kind of lame.
I mean, they did announce there's some prototypes, but not just recently, but in the last couple months. And there's a lot still coming in the new year. So I got all my pre-sales on, pre-orders.
Like, how long am I going to wait for the most basic of basic character that I want? Cutter.
What's that?
I want Cutter.
Well, was he with the vehicle though, right?
I mean, he came with. I think he came with the whale. No.
Oh yeah, he did. So they've only done if Steeler only came with a 2-pack. I don't know if he came with a vehicle, but it seems like anyone that went in a vehicle, they're doing in a set with someone else or a vehicle. So I'm a little upset because there's about 3 that were with vehicles that I haven't got yet. I could complete my entire Village People GI Joe if they would release the guy in the hard hat.
Who's the guy in the hard hat?
Oh, I'm gonna look up his name right now.
I just like
they haven't done it yet, but he would. I mean, I already got the Native American. I used to have that wrapping paper.
Well, I didn't know
it came out of He-Man magazine.
Well, I was going to tell you with
the hard hat.
If you go on Big Bad, they're selling 6 rolls for $30. So if you want,
really, are they?
That's why I put it on here.
Okay, I totally am going to get it while we're on the show, probably. How much?
I think it's like $30 for 6 rolls.
You know, I really just want one freaking roll.
But now it can last you forever.
Forever. That's so true. It would be nice to give that out.
You're welcome. That's why I put this on here.
Well, thanks. I love it. I actually love that artwork so much.
All right. I know you've collected the monster cereal mascots. Are you all in on these or not really?
Well, I will tell you this. I wouldn't get them if they were just Fred and Barney, but the fact that they are Fruity Pebbles is it's a good push. I truly am thinking about that.
Did you get Tony the Tiger?
I didn't. I don't know why. I think Tony's great. I love Tony. I love Frosted Flakes. But man, Fruity Pebbles marketing was a big seller for me because I also love the Flintstones, no matter what era they were in. So all the way from the 60s to whenever. So I love the Fruity Pebbles. I will say that Fred looks stupid, but Barney looks okay.
What? I think they both look great.
Fred doesn't look like Fred. The mouth is way too rounded instead of being squared off from the animation model to me. So
Let's see.
So let's split $10 to us. I'll do it. You take a couple. That's fine. I'll totally do that, Anthony.
I think these look awesome. And so what was it?
Are you doing it? They come with a bowl of cereal.
I already pre-ordered both of them. 6 Marvel Legends, these 2 Flintstone characters, 2 Plunderlings. It's really been.
How can Ashley stand you spending all your money?
Whatever. But they do come with a good loadout, I think. Extra hands, which you love. But what do you think of the other facial expressions? I think.
I still don't like Fred's. I like Barney's both. I just don't think they hit Fred's on the nose.
Do you have a cereal mascot that you're like, I need that one?
Well, it's hard to say. I really like Toucan Sam, but see, the monster cereals were number 1. So if we're talking secondary, it's probably Toucan.
Toucan is my number 1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. By the way, the G.I. Joe named Toll Booth, and he came with that.
Toll Booth.
Yeah. Toll Booth. Yeah, so there's a lot of cereal masks. I mean, there was Sonny. Do you know who Sonny was?
Sonny, the from Cocoa Puffs?
Yeah, people don't really remember his name from Cocoa Puffs. He's cuckoo, but that's Sonny. Really famous ones that really lived are Tony, Sonny, Toucan Sam, these guys, the monsters.
Trix Rabbit.
Oh, and Trix Rabbit and the Honey Nut Cheerios bee. So probably Toucan. If he just came as a toucan, I mean, I really don't need any extra. Bowl of cereal's fine, but I think he'd be a great bird, and I'd want him to be able to perch.
Yes, but he has to have a way to hold a spoon, which would be tricky.
Well, I don't mind. They can have his wings be like done in like where he's holding a bowl and a spoon. I don't mind that, but I still want him perched on his feet. Like I want them to be able to sit on something.
I bought a few for my tiki bar. I think that'd be cool.
Oh, did you? Little tiki birds?
I would.
Oh, yeah.
I'd want the Cookie Crisp dogs, but they're designed weird nowadays. They used to be designed differently in the 90s. They were like criminals. Sure. I think one was in like a striped shirt.
Yeah, so Cookie Crisp didn't have those guys when they first came out, but when they finally were Cookie Crisp, the cop and the criminal crook, and then he had a dog. So, but they were criminals. There was a cop and the cookie crook. Yeah, name was Cookie Crook.
But then you definitely need Snap Crackle Pop.
Yeah, you know what? They just bother me. They bother me. They bother me. There is those 3 chefs that became one for Cinnamon Toast Crunch too.
I eat Rice Krispies and Fruity Pebbles the same way. I put like a splash of milk in.
Oh yeah?
Because I hate when it gets all soggy.
Oh, soggy's gross. Oh, oh my God, no. Wait, I know who I want. Captain Crunch.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's got to come.
Got the Captain.
I think I mixed things up a little bit. There's some movie talk.
Okay.
And TV talk, but I think there are a few more toys on here.
All right. So movie news, TV news.
So I know you haven't.
Why are these back?
Because Dairy's season finale was Sunday. And I'm here to
totally finale, or are they going to do a next one?
Well, for the season. So I'm telling you must watch this show.
I get tempted every time I see it, man. I really do. It's hard for me to get into a show. I got so much to do.
Pennywise he had the most screen time. He had some crazy parts. And even
was there action in every episode?
There was I'll say there was something fucked up in every episode.
Okay, well, that's good enough. That's good enough.
There's a lot of like jaw on the floor. What the hell just happened? And they also released the next trailer for the next part of Stranger Things, which this is not for you. This is just for me.
So is this a movie? Like, isn't there like a movie?
So 4 episodes came out on Thanksgiving. 4 more episodes come out on Christmas. And then the last 3-hour episode comes out in movies and at home.
Netflix is desperate. Okay.
Well, they kept my subscription for 3 months, so it's fine.
God. I cannot wait for Supergirl.
I'm excited for people are hating on it. I don't give a fuck.
Supergirl? Why?
I don't know.
Great. I haven't heard any hate yet.
The nerdum people hate James Gunn, or they hate a girly. It's whatever. I'm excited. I think the MCU.
You know, I don't think they hate a girl lead when it comes to Supergirl. I don't think they like how she's is being portrayed.
Which is based on a graphic novel of her.
Absolutely based on a great portion of her story, a storyline. Yeah, absolutely. And it still has the heart of her. She's still the cousin. She's still a little bit bitter about that, which is how Supergirl was introduced. But she's not going to be the demure Supergirl from '84. That movie was a travesty. But
But then they released a Street Fighter sneak peek, which actually
looks great.
Pretty friggin' awesome.
I think it looks awesome. I might just for the hay of it see it. It's just so fun looking.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, to get Guile, that's the guy with the blonde hair, making his hair screen accurate.
Oh, they're doing screen accurate. The Zangief looks really good. I know he's more clothed, but still, they look great. Is this the game though with the big green goblin gross guy?
Blanca.
Yeah,
that is Street Fighter 2. Yeah, so Street Fighter 2. Probably like 92.
So he wasn't in the first version. Okay.
No, Street Fighter 1 is Street Fighter 2 is a complete departure from Street Fighter 1.
They had the same characters in it.
No, there might have been some that carried over, but they made the characters look more interesting. I think before they just looked like normal like street dudes.
Oh, I think what I mean though is the characters came over, but yeah, I think in the second one they got to design them better. I think that advancements had happened.
Yeah, lots of wrestling characters in here. So
Ken, I loved all that. And then Ken.
Not to bring things on a sad note, but we're going to kind of.
Oh my gosh.
Rob Reiner. Pretty horrible. Pretty horrible that, what happened. But I don't think I knew how many Rob Reiner movies I actually knew until I knew all of these, but I didn't realize he directed a movie called North, which I know bombed at the box office, but it starred Elijah Wood. I love that movie. But I've seen. What
about Stand By Me?
Stand By Me again. I didn't realize he did so much Stephen King too. Misery, Stand By Me.
He did. That is Misery. Yeah. I was reminded as well. I mean, I knew him from Meathead, of course, from Archie Bunker. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he succeeded in Hollywood, so great, so many great movies. What a fantastic legacy he leaves. But which are fantastic movies. But I'm still just, knowing his son most likely is this horrible murderer. It throws me off. But he left us a lot of great films, and you cannot deny his talent.
Oh yeah, and I remember watching All in the Family all the time and loving his character. And it's funny because I don't remember a time between All in the Family and seeing the way he looks nowadays.
Yeah, it was I saw him then and here. Okay,
but I watched the videos. Howard Stern was talking about him. It just came up in my feed, and it was really nice. It was kind of nice hearing it's not nice hearing Howard Stern talk. I guess
respectfully.
It's weird hearing Howard Stern talk respectfully, but the solemnness that he talked about Rob Reiner as it was a little different for Howard Stern.
Absolutely, but he can be that way, so that's good.
But I think I have all of these on DVD.
Let's see. My favorite. I really enjoyed Princess Bride. I love Misery. A Few Good Men's great. Spinal Tap is hysterical. I like When Harry Met Sally. I just don't rewatch it or anything. It's good.
I watched A Few Good Men in law class in college.
Really? That's cool. Oh, I love that. That's great.
Yeah, movie guy.
I've never heard of him, but then understood who he was. So I'm a bad movie guy. So you knew these movies though, right? You knew these movies, Anthony, right?
Yeah, I've heard of When Harry.
So he just doesn't know the guy behind it all, and that's fine. That's sometimes the way it is. But so many more than these 5.
The Princess Bride has been in my head for weeks because leading up to my wedding, all I kept saying was marriage. Right?
Yeah, that's great. That so many great quotable lines in that. So
what a loser! What a boo this man! Boo!
I don't know what to think of the Anthony. That's pretty bad. That's bad. You can't live on blockbusters alone. By the way, A Few Good Men was a blockbuster. Harry Met Sally was a blockbuster, and Misery is kind of a blockbuster.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
Oh, you're jumping.
No divider.
No divider. You didn't have time because I sent these.
I asked you to come up with 5 of some of your favorite Christmas presents. So I didn't give you any parameters or anything. So it could be
No,
toys.
but hey, folks in the chat, tell us your favorite Christmas presents when you were younger. Let us know as we go over these. Or I don't know if you are, but I started. I hope you got the right order. This is one of my earliest Christmas presents.
I put them in
and one of
order.
my
Yeah, I thought they would be in.
Okay, well, this Play-Doh, who didn't have Play-Doh, was made by Kenner, and Play-Doh was part of my life all the time. When it dried out, you had another one. It was cheap, it was fun. You ruined it by mixing them together. But the Play-Doh barber, it was the barber and beauty. It was a barber shop to me. You got in a barber chair. The great thing was you shoved a bunch of Play-Doh up their butts and you stuck them on a chair and you wound the chair, and this pump went up and just came out of all this hair, and the men could have beards. You could also put a shape form over their head, and when you had the Play-Doh come out, it would shape in that form. So you could have an afro, you could have a part in the middle. So it would actually be styled. Then you took a razor and you shaved the guys and you cut the girls' hair. So it was a fun, repeatable toy when I was very young.
I think we always had Play-Doh. I used to love to just like smell it.
Just smell it. There is a smell. That's a smell of 70. Yeah, it was a cool toy. It's fun.
I thought I was like an artist because I would take the cap of the Play-Doh that had like the engraving of the logo on it.
The logo, yeah.
I'd press it in and it would make that impression. And I was like, oh, I'm a genius.
Just like silly putty. You're an artist.
But I used to make dice. That was like my favorite thing to make.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I think we did too. That's pretty wild. Because it was great to roll a ball and then flatten.
But like make a square out of it.
Flatten, make a square, and then put the dots in. Yeah.
The worst is when at some point you try to you mix all the colors together and then it's ruined.
It's ruined. It's just totally ruined. Yeah.
But yeah, Play-Doh was always, I feel like it was a staple. It was always in the house. I put some weird ones on because last year me and my brother did a live stream on Christmas Eve of our favorite.
Okay.
So I ordered our picks in the order of probably which we got them. So
okay.
Probably not in the right order, but
well, I sent you my order, so you didn't pay attention.
Is the picture coming up? It is not.
No, it's there. It is.
Well, yours.
Are these all mine?
Yes, mine did not come up.
Oh my goodness. Well, you can talk about it if you want.
But you go and talk. I'm going to figure it out.
So besides the odd Boba Fett grabbing Ben Kenobi's crotch there, this is just a random picture of Star Wars's what we called the large size action figures. They were 12-inch figures, so they really could go out with Barbie and all, but they were awesome. They came out in, I think, 79 or 80, and we got these in 80 or 80. We had to get them right then at the time because we had Han, Leia, Luke, Chewie, C-3PO, R2, and a Jawa. So I do not think we got Ben, Boba, or Darth Vader, but these things are great. And because I'm such a big family, my sister got Leia and R2. One of my brothers got Han. One of my brothers got Luke. And I got C-3PO and a Jawa, that little guy. So anyway, I loved getting these because we had all the small action figures, but this was cool. These guys were huge. You could, again, have them interact with Barbie if you wanted and go out in her Jeep. But these were one of my favorite ones that came a little bit after my Play-Doh, probably in 79 or 80. So really good set of toys. So in the chat, did anybody have that? Anyone have these as we wait for Thomas to come back?
I'm coming back, but I have to...
yeah. So anyway, I hope if people had those, let us know.
Those were bigger.
They were 12 inches, so they were what we called large size action figures. I mean, that's what we just called them. Oh, I got a large size Han Solo, or it was like we were eating at McDonald's, but we didn't call them 12-inch. We didn't call them. They were just called large size, and they were all those, but Leia. Leia wasn't in the picture, and so we got Leia, Han, Luke, C-3PO, R2, Jawa. And between the four youngest kids, we all split them up. But they were great because we had tons of the little ones, but having the big ones were pretty cool. And they could hang out with Malibu Barbie, which Luke did a lot.
You wouldn't just call them dolls?
We never did. We didn't even then. I mean, my brother Eric got Han. My brother Kurt got Luke. I got C-3PO and the Jawas. So we never called them dolls. Nobody I knew called them dolls. Probably because G.I. Joe was already an action figure, the large size G.I. Joe, which was the only thing anybody knew. We didn't have a real American hero yet. He was an action figure. He was called an action figure. People didn't call him dolls. So if it was a guy, it was never a doll.
Well, yeah, they made larger figures of like X-Men. I feel like that was always a staple on the toy shelf. There was always like a jumbo version. Turtles.
Yeah, but they wouldn't make the whole collection because Battlestar Galactica made large size people. And Battlestar did weird. It made a Cylon that didn't look like a Cylon, and it made a guy that was a colonial warrior, but he wasn't any of the main characters. So anyway, they weren't dolls, Thomas. You should know that.
I got my picks up, so it's good.
All right, I figured that was the case. What is this guy?
This is my pal Robot 2, which this guy was my friend when I had no friends.
I get it. You're like, oh, I guess I'll play with my pal. So he was the second version?
I think so. I don't even know what the first version looked like, but he had some voice commands on his chest. You can't see, but his shoes are actually roller skates, so you can roll him around. His head was ring toss. He would take his hat off and ring toss it on there. You can have him hold up that ring and then play basketball with his hands.
He could hold the ball. Could he throw the ball? You threw the ball.
If he could throw it, or you could throw it into the hoop.
Oh, wait, I see it in the directions. You can see him throwing the ball into it. Okay.
Yeah. If his arm clamped, it was like spring loaded. If you put that in the ball and then you wound his arm back, he would like whip it.
Okay.
This was like, I feel like this was a favorite, and this got a lot of love, but it disappeared.
Nice. He played Simon with you on his chest.
Oh, that's what it was. See, I was too young and stupid to know what it was.
Oh, it was playing. It says he talks a lot. Plays Simon. Plays Simon Says.
Oh, not Simon.
Oh,
yeah.
Got it.
But I do remember this guy. So
that's cool. That's cool. He looks pretty neat.
Here's
mine. So everyone but Princess Leia. That's all they made. I loved them. They were great.
No Leia. Chewbacca looks.
They did make. Well, he came with the bandolier. They're not. I mean, look, Boba's not wearing his whole outfit. Luke is wearing, I think, G.I. Joe's clothes. I have no idea whose clothes those are. This is not like a real formal picture. And the Jawa came with a cloak. Now, what's awesome, this was the coolest. R2-D2 came with stolen plans. There were two discs that slid into his back, and they had a map of the Death Star on it. But this is 7980, so it's pretty cool.
They look good.
They weren't bad at all. They were very cool.
Now, did they make 4 Boba Fett? So this guy just had 4 Boba Fett.
This guy must have 4 Boba Fetts. No, they made Princess Leia and everyone here. That was it. They looked awesome at the time. I'm looking at them now going, I haven't looked at them in a while. But yeah, they looked really good. Han Solo's figure was exactly what they used when they made Indiana Jones. All they did was gave him stubble. And it's the same figure.
Nice.
All right, Karate Fighters.
Do you know about these?
I've seen these more recently. Like I learned about them recently.
But these were like, they probably came out in 95, 96.
Okay.
For me, these were like modern day Rock'em Sock'em robots, but
they do look that way.
Cooler. Way cooler.
Did they attach to it? Or, I mean, you obviously had a handle and you were doing stuff, but did they move around or did you have them on the table?
So if you see the red knob that's at the back, you would twist them and be their one leg that was on the base was pretty.
Oh, I see it.
Spring loaded in, and then their leg that's not attached was loose, so they can, as you spun it, they would kick and punch.
Swing. What if you hit their chest piece? It looks like it does something.
Then it would fly off, and then that one would lose.
Okay.
So this was my first set of Karate Fighters. I think we had like 3 each, but I had a Native American character who had a defect, so he was always like hunched down, which meant I won every competition because of that defect.
Well, yeah, he's gonna get hit in the face constantly. Now, wait, there were other characters than these two?
Yeah, they made like a lot of ninja characters. In the first set, it was these 2 guys, and then the other set had a red ninja and like some Johnny Cage looking dude. And then when they came out with series 2, the Christmas after. They then made the hands able to grip weapons, and they came with like maces, axe. So it had a little more. too.
I was going to
So,
ask about the hands. Were they loose as well?
only when they made them put the weapons in, which was awesome.
So right now, the arms didn't move when you.
No, they did, but they just didn't have. They didn't
They
have.
were loose, but then when they had weapons.
Yeah, so the arms would still be loose, but then now you can put weapons in their hands. So the
Cool.
ones that would be cool is the ones that you could put like a mace in, because then it had like
I
a
like these. I honestly would like. I would have liked to have it.
Did Rock'em Sock'em Robots have a score on the toy?
The original. So when you popped its head off, no, I think you slid it over.
So if you see, there's a little red knob in the middle.
Yeah.
There was 10 rounds, so you can keep moving the knob until you won. It was either 5 or 10, but
Yeah.
you keep track of your wins.
I love that. I think you could on one of the versions. You just moved a thing over. What there was a thing to move over like an abacus.
Oh, on Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah,
that's cool. Which are still around today. I don't think.
Yeah, they do. They keep making it. And I guess Vin Diesel is producing the movie.
Oh, that should be great.
Oh yeah, right.
As good as like Real Steel.
I want to see someone get their block knocked off.
These might be your number one, but again, I put them in the order of which I thought.
Actually, no, I gave them in the order then. I gave them in the order as my aged. So because I'd gotten Play-Doh first, I gotten the Star Wars, and then He-Man came around. This is actually the 1982 original He-Man and Skeletor action figures in their package. They don't look exactly. I think something's wrong here. It doesn't have everything on it. But even so, they say that Master of the Universe came out in 82. But I swear to God, I got them in 81. And a lot of people online will yell at me and I say, look, I don't know what happened, but I think I got early release because it was Christmas 81. I unwrapped these things and I looked at them and said, what are these? What are these? These are so incredibly awesome. They didn't even have artwork on the back yet, which they came out later, but they had the cross sell of the total the 9 characters that they came out with. And these are the first 2 I got. I don't know why my mom picked them. There was no media, there was no cartoon, there was no magazine. She just picked them up and said, maybe my son will like these. And I was like, whoa, these guys are awesome. So
maybe
yeah,
she knew a guy at the store.
What?
Was it like that back in the day? Like, oh, I know a guy who'll give me early releases.
I doubt no, and if there was no, and I don't think that was even close to a thing. People didn't think of toys as collectibles then, really. Yeah. The only thing collectibles were models, but no, this was not that. But wow, the guys on the back, I wanted so bad. I was like, oh, I need to have Beastman and Merman, and yeah, so this was cool. These guys are definitely not the original. Just looking at them, there's something wrong with these. I'm looking at them close now, going, something's weird with these guys.
They've shaped your collection now.
They do absolutely shape my whole collecting as a whole. Aha, we're getting some electronics now.
And were you big into video games?
When I was there when Nintendo came out, we got a Nintendo and I liked it. The thing about video games for me is I played them till I was bored. I never really finished a game. It wasn't so important I wanted to finish a game, but I'd play a while and then I'd want to go do something else. I enjoyed it. Duck Hunt was cool. Mario was cool. Zelda was cool, but that's it.
Like, I'm trying to download a lot of 64 games on Switch and play. Like now I'm playing. I haven't turned it on in a while, but Super Mario 64. Like yeah. I think I beat that game a few times, but when 64 came out, I never beat a game on regular Nintendo because it was so hard. But this is the first time I could beat a game.
You could beat a game.
Can also, the first time I think you can go over a friend's house and 4 people can play Mario Kart or Mario Kart or GoldenEye, right? Like it was just, to me, this was like the beginning of not what gaming is today. I think gaming today is more online and you have to pay for a lot of extras, but
yeah, that is kind of sad about the future of it. Like you just I just want to play a game and would love to play with other players, but I don't really want to talk to people in the Ukraine. So,
No. PS2 is still peak. I love PlayStation 2. That was great. I think probably the last system I got super into was PS2 because now I've had a PS3, I've had a PS4, but I'm very particular about games now. I've been using those systems more for streaming than I have been for actual playing, but 64, really? PS2. But no, I think this was the first one that really set things off, and then even more so than
the games that were on this one or are you talking the PS2? The games that are on PS2 we're still better than the future the systems.
I think 64, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, even 3 were better than like what's coming out today.
Got it.
If I had to, I mean, there's definitely Switch games that are good, but definitely not my favorite.
Can I point out that not James Earl, his picture looks like you're my pal.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
That plays. Oh yeah, backwards compatible. Yeah. But you see, it's like I still haven't bought a PS5, and about time I do, then they're going to announce PS6.
Hey, it's just like an iPhone. You know, it's funny. I didn't really realize you're talking about a Nintendo 64, and I'm going, God, I had the original NES, and then we got a Super NES.
We had the original NES. We had the original NES, and then we didn't get a new system until
64.
Until 64. So we would
you didn't get the Super?
We didn't have Super Nintendo. We didn't have Sega Genesis.
Well, we weren't that family that got a bunch of different ones. Like my dad was like, "Well, it's Nintendo. We're staying with Nintendo. I'm not gonna get another one." You know, so we get Nintendo or not. So once we got Nintendo, we got Super Nintendo, and then we all sort of just didn't like it was just there, so we didn't play it. So we never really got another system till I was older, and I got a Nintendo Cube.
Yeah.
And then I got the Wii.
My brother hogged video games. So
but he couldn't play 007. He said it was absolutely unplayable.
Yeah, okay. Unplayable. What about?
Oh, his pictures from Manhunt 2. I would have
Yeah,
never got that. Not James Earl. Manhunt 2. Aha. So this was a big deal. Get your own phone. What?
Was this one of your favorite gifts?
Well, yeah, because it meant you reached to somewhere in your life. Now, it might be different for your generation, but it meant something for us to get our own phone and have it in your room. So for me, when I hit this stage of like, ooh, I got my own phone. And I remember this isn't exactly it, but I will tell you, it was square, it had big buttons, and it was beige. So it's very close. But my sister and I, who are a year apart, we're 18 months apart, we always would get the same kind of toys as once we became a teen. But I think we got this when we were 12 and 12, maybe 13. And we got to plug it into our room. So, hey, having our own phone. You still had to share it with the rest of the house, the phone line, but you had your own phone. You could have privacy in your room. So, yeah, that was an important gift to get.
I remember not my version of this is not when we got a phone, but it's when we got a second phone line so that we could be on AOL.
I think we got a second phone line, but we weren't allowed to have our own phone line in our room. No.
It was so we could be on AOL.
I was already living by myself when I got a computer. So
I think my mom was sick of us hogging the phone line.
Yeah, that would take a lot. You know, if the dial up, then you get on and you want to be on and don't answer the phone. Yeah, you'd ruin your whole gaming experience.
Yeah, I think finally like calling friends on the phone was like a big moment as a teenager. I get it. I was way too old to still be playing with toys as a teenager, but I got this when I was 12. And
well, you're not a teen yet, so
yeah, not from
and by that time, aren't you just I had a thought the other day because I was 13 when I bought my last toy. Nobody was getting it for me. I bought it. And I remembered the difference. I remembered that I was getting it because I had fallen more in love of the toy, the thing, the line, the story. I was like, oh, so I wanted it. So I feel like I was becoming a collector then, but you had to turn it off. You had to turn it off. So I had to pick it up later.
I get it.
Yeah.
But this was a birthmas present. My birthday is 4 days after Christmas. So sometimes I would get a dual Christmas / birthday gift. This one was actually worth 2 presents though. So my aunt got it for me. But this was a 3-foot long Starship playset from episode 1. It opened up to the whole cockpit. It had some cool like infrared where you shot the spaceship at the bigger spaceship and it blasts the panel off. So this thing was rad. This is the only part of my Star Wars collection I still don't have. because at some point I fell backwards and stepped on it.
Oh,
And I cracked it. But if I wanted to pick this up today, it's really
you
not
know, I
that.
think you told this story in your review of one of the other ships.
I did. The infamous falling backwards and breaking it.
Yes,
This
that's
is
great.
probably the last toy that I got where I was like, this is the best thing ever, like as a kid. So that's my number 4. When
So
you said-
yeah, I did leave
Yeah,
toys
so-
a bit. I feel like I can hear myself through this, which is weird. So this would be over the phone. So next would be, and isn't this high tech, right? Dual tape. I think this is mine. My dad loved Magnavox so much that this is a dual cassette turntable stereo. And yeah, this was great. It was above the phone. It was like, oh my God. And again, my sister got the same one. But having this in my room, and yes, I had some records, but mostly I was playing on tapes. And I don't remember what year it was. It was probably 86, 87, probably 87.
But these stayed pretty relevant at least until the mid 2000s, because I had for one of my birthdays, I got a giant one that I think up until recently, maybe when my mom moved from New York to Florida, she got rid of it. But like the version I had a 6 CD changer.
I was about to say yours would have had by then it would have had a CD, because by 2000s, I mean, I do CDs. I mean,
It had stereo. It had dual cassette tapes, which one was used to record off the radio. So that was always sweet. Did you ever do that? Obviously, we all made our own mixtapes.
Heck yeah, we did.
But then what was really cool, one, the sound was crazy. It came with a remote control. So you could press 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or 6, and it would change to the CD that you loaded in.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That was my version of this, which... I mean, I think the iPod kind of killed it, but like the noise that I got out of that thing that I would get, it was a gift, and then I got yelled at for using it the way it should be used.
You say the iPod killed it, and I had an iPod too. But the truth was that's for just listening on your own or in your car. But truthfully, at home, I'd rather listen to my stereo. Like it was.
But at the time, there was a wire that you can plug your iPod in.
Your auxiliary.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't need the CDs or tapes. You could just play.
No, 100%. It was all downloaded, backloaded. So this was something in the 87 to 88. I got whatever, but then of course by 90, I leave to Florida at a certain time, and I go to Florida, and I eventually am like CD. I've got my CD player, then I get internet. I get my own computer. So I think we're still using our phone line though. So I'm pretty sure
that was a record on top, record player.
Yeah, it was turntable, and I had vinyl albums. So yeah. Hi everybody. I've been large sized. No, I haven't had time to get a new light because it's Christmas and I got a lot to do. So no, I have not got a new ring light because this is terrible. Although I don't look too bad. If it was really bright fluorescent lighting, I'd look worse. So
how did I get kicked off?
I don't know. You just made me big, so I decided to chat with everybody. I was like, "Hi, everyone."
I got kicked off the entire stream.
You did, but
I am a hot mess today.
Mama said you have enough games, so no SN. Yes.
We're gonna wrap this up before I.
Oh, we should. Yeah. So those were some just hot items. They weren't all toys because the thing was, I thought I can't remember every Christmas. By the way, my life was, hey, I want that. Put it on your Christmas list. Hey, I want that. Maybe you'll get it for your birthday. We were not getting stuff often outside of those 2 times. So we had to do it ourselves. And we got a lot of Christmas was huge. So many presents, which was amazing. I think they just saved up. But I can't remember all the toys I got. I just got toys. I loved them. But
I'm pulling up my last one now as I so rudely got kicked off my own live stream.
I didn't do it, folks. I didn't do it.
We were like that too. We did not get mini gifts throughout the year. But when Christmas came, it was like an onslaught. It was like whatever you want. But
that's sad though, because kids today are just getting stuff without their parents even knowing, and it's not really fun because you want to get your kids something like, we got it. So, did you see my shirt, by the way?
Greetings. No,
Season's greetings with Batman and Robin. Don't you?
Oh, that's fun.
Yes. Thought I'd wear a different one today. All right, show your last one, or did you boot yourself off?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Gee, that was so. And I'm glad it didn't shut the whole stream down. So at least you got to stay on.
At least.
Boom.
Oh dear.
That's me in the green shirt back in the day.
I wondered. Seriously?
Had that white guitar. I still have that white guitar, and I was jamming with friends for a while. We haven't in a long time, but I think this was one of my favorite Christmas gifts because one, it was like one of those gifts that's like, this is a gateway to be more social, right?
Yeah,
This was a gateway to girls.
it could be. I'm sure it was.
It really wasn't, but I think as a kid,
Were you that much of a nerd? I'm sure you got lots of girls. I mean, come on.
Yeah, at my all boy high school.
Oh, wow.
We had sister schools. We had sister schools.
Of course you did. You did dances together, but come on. That's a great gift, though. I think that's phenomenal. That is a gift that a lot of guys will be like, holy shit, this is the creme de la creme. And look at me now. Yeah.
But when I really think about it, this is a Christmas gift from 2004.
Oh, wow.
I still use it today. Like I still pick it
that's
up.
cool. I mean, you keep it in good shape. It'll hang on.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty much, it sounds great and everything else, but I had another guitar that when I was just learning, and then this was the guitar I got when I was like, I never became a Hendrix or anything, but this was the guitar I got when I was like, all right, now I can't go on stage with that other guitar. I can go on stage with this guitar. So
yeah. Oh,
I think as the best gift ever outside of toys, this is something even today will get pulled out of the bag. I'll plug it in. I'll play it every now and then. But yeah, just a good one.
You should come over and jam with Jonathan.
I will.
He's got many guitars and he's been playing for years.
With my friend Tim that you met, what he'll do, he'll DJ, he'll put a song on, and then he'll play bass along with the song. And then like our drummer friend, or our friend that plays trumpet, and then our friend that plays keyboards, and me, he would just say, make up your own riffs. So we'll all like kind of create this like random jam around the song that's playing, right?
Which was really nice.
But all right. Sorry, I forgot to invite you.
That's okay, because I was like, I'm desperate trying to get in. And then when I started to contact you, you were starting the show, and I was like, this is going to be hard.
I was like, I think Victor's coming.
I'm coming. So next Tuesday is right before Christmas. I have no idea what we're doing, but I will tell you, I'll have a couple toys, I think. So
we're going to talk about, I want to talk about decor, treats, food.
Oh yeah, that's great. Some like have to decors, have to treats. Love it. That's great.
We'll go hard on Christmas. I'm trying to think of, I would do this like complete 10 best Christmas presents ever, but me and my brother did that last year. So
this for me was good enough. I couldn't remember what all came from Christmas.
With these 5, I tried to be a little different though, because it was like 5. Cool. That was mostly toy centric, but let's do decorations and treats.
Things you had to eat during the holidays, things you definitely, the decor, you're like, this has got to go up. Okay. That sounds good. I hope some people will join us.
But what do you have going on?
I don't even know, man. I'm having such a tough time. So I promised last week I was going to do They Ruined Christmas, but I ended up doing food. And now I'm going to do 3 small shows leading up to Christmas. So I have Thursday night or Friday, I have Sunday, and I have Tuesday coming up. I'm going to do 3 short shows about how they've ruined Christmas. So I'm going to do 3 different shorts. I'm going to be more in them. I'm actually going to be talking from my fireplace by my tree to make it all very holiday. So hope folks will join me for They've Ruined Christmas Forever, parts 1, 2, and 3. There you go.
Nice. I actually have a bunch of videos planned.
You keep saying planned, but I haven't seen a new one.
I did my Captain Planet video.
Oh, you did? It didn't come up. Oh, it must be because you were gone so long.
He's already lost his hair.
Oh, does he come with more?
Well, his hair just keeps popping off. That's
right. But why does it come with an option?
It comes with different heads.
Okay. Why does the hair come off though?
So you can pull that off, put the other head on, and then
put the whole other heads don't have the hair. Okay.
So I'm doing a bunch of obligatory top 10s. Top 10 Marvel Legends, top 10 G.I. Joe, top 10 Action Force, top 10 TMNT, top 10 worst of the year. And I feel like there's one more. Maybe top 10. I might do a live where I do top 10 random purchases because
that sounds good.
There's a lot of things that I bought that don't fit into any collection. So, and I have a lot of time off during the holidays. So that's a good time to like crank these out. and talk about what I liked and what I didn't like.
That's good. I will have an end of the year. I will have a comparison 1985 to 2025, what the end of the year was like, plus a memoriam. I'm sure Rob Reiner will be in it.
Yeah.
So,
and I always do a room tour as my very last video of the year.
That's great.
Because then I can go back. I feel like throughout the years, then I can go back and see like, oh, this was added this year. This was added this year, right? I also have a lot of old purchases. Top 10 McFarlane too. There's going to be a top 10 McFarlane. So,
all right. Well, I hope some people join us.
But everybody, thanks for joining. If you could, while you're here, still hit that like button. And until
There you go.
We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.